Alright, here's what a few of you have been waiting for. The Ratbike is done. Tribute to Rat Beach Racing. This was Rich Villar's old hill climb bike. He yanked the motor out of it, put it in an AF frame years ago. This thing sat on Ben Ellis's side yard for years. Bought it off him for a few $100. And just a few months back I decided to get down on it. So 94 CR500. Went with the Ratbike setup. Didn't feel like spending a bunch of money on the chassis, on the frame anyway, getting the frame done. So there's some surface rust on there. I took a torch to it in some spots, and then clear coated it. Pretty much everything is spare parts other than new Racetech front springs, heavy front springs, rebuilt suspension up front, heavy Racetech spring in the back, rebuilt rear shock, all new bearings throughout the bike. Yeah, just threw some plastics on it that I had. Actually had to rob the pipe off the 89, so gotta get a pipe for the 89 now. But yeah, we're 91. I bought this motor. This motor was in pieces. I bought it off Kenny Sandal years ago. It's a 1990. It's got my old 89 jug on it that I ported. It's at 91 millimeter with a Vertex piston. 85 head, running the newer style gasket, 89 plus. So it's got a lot of compression, just like I'm running on my 92. But this thing feels like way more. Stock reed cage, Boyson reeds, Key and Air Striker carb, MSV exhaust flange. Soon probably throw them impeller in it. Turbine core 2 with the homies mod, Kevin Porter. Got the mod in there. Probably can't see it, but it makes a difference. We got big tone on the back fender. Big tone. So yeah, I've got 3 heat cycles on it. And this thing seems like it's gonna be a runner. She's pretty snappy. Yep. All thrown together parts, calipers I had, just stuff I had, you know, in crates for years. Threw some eBay graphics on, some old shrouds, the numbers. Kind of tried to, didn't really come out too good. There's a lot of bubbles. I tried to put a clear graphic over it and over that to kind of just keep these from peeling off, because that JT sticker was kind of cheap and cheesy and it was not going to last. But yeah, old school master cylinder guard, got that from the homie Kevin Porter. I think Kevin Porter gave me that front fender. Yeah. Kurt Winter did the compression release valve on the head. Found one threaded for a valve stem cap, so we got the rat paint going on. MSV K-Saber to accommodate a 15 tooth front sprocket, 51 rear. This thing pulls pretty hard. It's gonna be pretty fun. And I can't remember if I just rejetted it, and I don't think I tightened that. Oh, let me go grab a 17. Took it to work today too, and she was leaking gear oil. Put the shifter on it while I had the motor on my engine stand in the garage, and I forgot to put the shift shaft seal in it. Nice easy little fix. But yeah. So let's see if I can kick her in some shoes. turn the idle up just a scotch too. It's like 80 degrees today. Took her to work and ran her in the morning. She was a little fat. We're about 4,000 elevation here, so went from 172. I just stuck a 168 main in it. Yeah, she's got gobs of compression. Still gonna have to do a little tuning on her, but yeah, all brand new motor. It's got a stock crank in it, Pro X rod. The homie Glenn Callahan at Adventure Motorsports did the tin can mod on the crank, did a killer job. All new transmission bearings, everything in the motor is brand new. But yeah, man, I can't thank Glenn Callahan enough, Randy Ackerman, for showing me how to do suspension. I was always intimidated by suspension, and they broke it down for me and showed me how to do it. So pretty sweet. Another thing in the books. But yeah, threw a new front tire on it today because the front tire was hard, nasty as shit. But that's my old spare wheel I've been toggling back and forth. She's got some flat spots in her, and it needs a new rear tire, but it'll work for breaking her in. And I don't know, I need to get a skid plate, but I kind of dig the look without the skid plate, man. It looks cool, but I don't want to fucking break my motor either. So might have to have Josh Muzakis make me another ignition cover too, like the 89, but might have to have it say Ratbike. But yeah, Rat Beach Racing, keep that sticker going. Hopefully it'll stay on there and survive the rocks and bushes and scratches and the abuse that I give to these bikes, because that's what they're meant for. They're meant to ride them, not hang on the wall in your shop. So gotta throw the louvers on there. Shout out to Paul, Hillside Enduro, 60 helmets, #1 lid, Adventure Motorsports. Yeah, she's nasty. And as always, size matters, fellas.